This is Pratyush Mishra, and this presentation is all about load testing service and its project using a project review named Amrit Mahotsav. I am working load testing service since past 2 years, and this is my experience in a single project named Amrit Mahotsav, which I am going to share with you. Firstly, let me tell you about something about load testing. Load testing service is GI cloud service, means Government of India cloud service, which is renamed in 2014 as that cloud, that is GI cloud, is renamed in 2014 as Meghraj, and I work in that in its service named load testing service only. Okay, and it's the core objective of performing load testing is to determine the system behavior under normal and anticipated load conditions. So what we do in load testing, we do load test firstly of any web application which is going to launch. Before it's launched, which is within the load, when the application is in staging stage, means it is not yet in going in production stage, then we do load testing. First condition is that, and we basically put load on our application and check whether it's what is its behavior under normal and anticipated load condition. Okay, how much capacity it bears. We also reports the users that what is the response time and average response time, what is the throughput, what is the network bandwidth it has been taken by the load test is being under execution. Okay, and the load testing tool which we use for performing the load test is Apache JMeter, and for which we will see further. So let's read out once again. The testing is performed to determine system behavior under both normal and anticipated load condition. Our service, means load testing service, helps to identify the maximum operating capacity of an application as well as any bottlenecks and determine which element is causing degradation. So the next point of question is, or the point of discussion is that how do we perform load testing? What are the prerequisites? How do we do load testing? So within the, suppose we can say the load testing life cycle is what is. And firstly, when the user requests suppose a project manager requests for a load testing, we recommend to do load testing in a staging state or creating a test environment setup, and so that the real production servers do not get hampered during the load test. Okay, so a load test environment is set up, and for that there is a prerequisite that email verification, any third party verification should be disabled. OTP should be disabled during the login module. Okay, and the password should be plain text only, not to be stored as in random, short or encrypted manner during the load test, because it is difficult to handle at our side with the tool. And also OTP should be disabled. That must be OTP or captcha should be disabled at the login module or anywhere where it is used. So the test environment setup is done, and we ask the users also for test data if there is some credentials to be entered, and in the test environment setup only. And then we discuss the test scenarios for which the load testing has to be done. And after load testing scenarios discussion with the users, we create the script using a tool name which I have mentioned, Apache JMeter. Okay, then when we create the scripts using Apache JMeter, it is saved in GMX format, means Java Management Extension format, which is called a test script. Okay, and then that test script is executed with a controller and agents. Basically, in our setup, we have 16 load generated servers, and which we have one controller and 15 agents from which we do load testing. Then after the load test is under the execution, we also check its behavior, application's behavior on browser also, if it is a application. Okay, or if it's in API, then we check it on Postman client or Postman API tool also. And then after the execution, the report is created, that is created automatically by the JMeter tool only, and in a report folder. And then the analysis is done and discussion is done whether the result is satisfying or not. Then if the result is not satisfied, or we need more glitches, and suppose we need more, the user needs more concurrency to be load tested. Suppose in the first iteration it was load tested for 1,000 users, in the next iteration the user needs to be it to be executed in 10,000 users, then we do that also, and we repeat the activity until the user is satisfied or until the main performance glitch is not find it out. So this is the load testing life cycle, or we can say a procedure that how we load test. The first step was we set up the environment. Then second step is load test scenarios discussion is done. Then third step is test scenario is executed. The fourth step is test result is analyzed, and the fifth step is retesting it again and again. Okay. Then so let's move forward. I have a project review on that. We will be more focusing on how we do the load testing and what glitches we have find out in during the load test. The first and the main primary focus of this project, which we will be discussing, is Amrit Mahotsav. It was done in March 22, year back from now, and basically this project was a Ministry of Culture project, and it has a major performance glitch that when a user tries to upload a Rangoli or Deshbhakti or Lori documents and tries to fetch out the certificates, then there is a performance glitch in it. We will be discussing it further. So let's move forward. The performance issues, or which we can say glitches, were when the utmost maximum users tried to upload the documents for certificate generation. Okay, suppose in the previous slide we have seen that there is a competition on Lori portal also. Was that, and in that some documents need to be generated, needs to be uploaded, and when at most maximum users tried to upload the documents for certificate generation, let's say 1,000 users tried to upload the documents, there were no database entries then at the side for all 1,000 users. Okay, this project was designed for children's by Government of India and Ministry of Culture for just their interaction with the children's too, and for the just Deshbhakti kind of thing. Okay, and so the issue was when the 1,000 users say children try to upload their documents, then no data entries are done for all 1,000 users. Some were missed out. And the second and the third one is the competition certificate is generated. Sometimes the certificate is generated, but when lost, there was no way to recover it back. And so what we have done and how we have find it out, this was the issue which was there during and it has one flaw also, that this project was launched without doing its load testing, and after that it was found out that these issues were coming and from the user side, and then we have discussed. Then the NIC, means National Informatics Centre, has decided to do its load testing. And what we do, we firstly create the script. Firstly, we have recommended users to create a test environment. Then we have we have understood the scenarios. Then in the third step, we have created the script, and then in the next we have executed the script. And during the script execution, we have observed this on the web browser that this page is coming on the browser while the user's maximum peak capacity on the web, when the load is at 1,000, or say when during the load test execution. Okay, so this error page was shown in the browser, and it is a runtime error. And what we have suggested to the team for its more improvement, or say to remove the glitches, is this. The test inferences which we have suggested, firstly, was horizontal scaling. As per the previous infra have been recommended. Means horizontal scaling means suppose they have a server hosted on a sync, all applications hosted on one VM, we have suggested to multiply it to 4 or 5 or 6. So to means increase the resources. Okay, so horizontal scaling is recommended as per the previous infra. And the second is we have recommended to performance tuning by replacing the SQL Server Express edition to Enterprise edition. So previously they were using freeware software, SQL Server Express edition, which is a freeware. We have suggested to use the Enterprise edition of SQL Server. And a third step, which the page which we have seen in that during the load test, was modifying the web.config file in ASP.NET framework. We have suggested them to modify the ASP.NET framework as it was suggested in this observation also, that we have suggested them to web.config, we have to suggest some tags to be entered, and turn off the custom error to off mode. Custom error mode to off. Custom error mode value to off. Okay. And thank you for listening me, and thank you for attending the session.